All right. This is part one of a multiple part series of resiliency with Yellow Bird, Yellow Bill. All right. In the last couple of years, the military has done a lot of focus on resiliency within the military. And I have been honored enough to become a master resiliency trainer in the Army. Um, so I'm using a lot of those skills that I learned through the military and applied them to training or to trading rather. And that is what I'm going to teach y'all today is some of that. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, resilience is the ability to grow and thrive in the face of challenges and bounce back from adversity. Resiliency, it's like a stool, a four-legged stool. All right. You have your four pillars of resiliency. Your mental, which is the ability to effectively cope with mental stressors and challenges. Pay attention to your needs and your feelings, your thoughts, control your energy. This includes your performance, your mindfulness and relaxation, your stress and anxiety, and your problem solving. Next, you have your physical pillar, which is the ability to adapt and sustain healthy behaviors, working out and eating healthy and everything like that. Um, and recognizing that the connection between the mind and body, that there's a connection there, and that strong bodies help build strong minds. This includes, having a fitness plan of some sort, getting good sleep and good nutrition. There's the social pillar, the ability to network, build, and value interpersonal relationships. These help widen your perceptions and grow character. This includes relationships with your friends and family. Then there's the spiritual pillar. It is the ability to adhere to beliefs, principles, or values needed to persevere. Now, this isn't like necessarily a religion. This is just your core values, your core beliefs, your core principles. Um, a lot of this ties into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So you have your four pillars on then your tabletop of resiliency. You could get away with, missing one of those. Like if you're social or you're spiritual or you're physical, if one of them is off a little bit. But if you have two of those off, you're done for. You're falling over. So it's always best to try and keep all four of them good and strong and keep everything in mind and just keep working towards keeping everything just at its peak. All right, so we have the resiliency competencies. Resilience is the ability to grow and thrive in the face of challenges and bounce back from adversity. Resilience can be built through a set of core competencies that enable mental toughness, optimal performance, and goal achievement. A resilient individual is one who is willing to take calculated and necessary risks and to capitalize on opportunity. Those necessary risks and capitalize on the opportunity. That is what we are. That is what we do every day. We calculate those risks and we try and look for those opportunities. All right. So the first thing is self-awareness. All right. You need to be able to identify thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Identify patterns in thinking and behavior, particularly counterproductive patterns. You need to be open and curious to new things. Self-regulation, regulate impulses, emotions, and behaviors to achieve your goals. This is something that all of us struggle with. We all struggle with those impulses and those emotions. You need to learn to express your emotions appropriately. Stop counterproductive thinking. Next is optimism. All right. Look for the good things in life. Fight negative bias. Remain realistic. Identify what is controllable. Maintain hope. Have confidence in yourself. Next is mental agility. You got to be able to think flexibly, accurately, and thoroughly. Take other perspectives, identify and understand problems, be willing to try new strategies. Right? That is something that we're always looking at, is because the markets don't always fit our process or our way of trading. So we have to always have that mental agility to be able to adjust to the market conditions, or to just have the self regulation not to even trade during those market conditions. All right, strengths of character. Know your top character strengths and how to use them to overcome challenges and meet goals. Have faith in your character strengths, talents, and abilities. And the final one is connection. Build strong relationships, use positive and effective communication, develop empathy, be willing to ask for help, and support others. This is one of the great things about Moneyline, is we have this great support group that, I mean, we have built. The OGs came in the beginning and we built it, and all the new people that have come in have just continued to impress and continued to build and build and build. I was very I thought that as the group was going to grow, we were going to lose that quality when we gained quantity, but I've been proved wrong on that. We continue to gain that quality in members through the quantity. And that is just, I mean, that's an attribute to all of you, honestly. All right, so tonight for our first series, we're going to go over goal setting. All right. Number one, you're going to define your goal. You're going to identify and commit to a goal. Determine how your personal values support the pursuit of your goal. Excuse me. Number two, know where you are right now. Identify the benefits of achieving this goal, then reflect on the obstacles that presently stand in your way. Number three, decide what you need to develop. All right, based on the inventory that you take from step 2, determine what priority areas you have to address in order to achieve your goal. Now, right now, I'm working on creating a fillable PDF of these worksheets that in the next couple of slides you're going to see. And then I'm going to post that in the Discord. And it's going to be something that we can go back to. You can watch the video. You can work through the worksheet and, set your goals. And then this is something I want to continue doing and everything like that. All right. Number 4, make a plan for steady improvement. Within each of the priority areas from step 3, determine the work you need to start doing and how you need to think in order to move towards your goal. Step 5, pursue regular action. Once your plan is complete, develop strategies to start getting the work done and thinking in ways that will help you achieve your goal. You're good, Crump. All right. Number 6, commit yourself completely. Develop strategies to ensure you maintain sight of your goal, and don't forget what it is you set out to achieve. Number 7, consistently monitor your progress. Regularly checking in to determine your progress and make adjustments as necessary to ensure you continue moving closer to your goal, even when obstacles arise. All right, step 1, outcome, your dream or performance goal. All right. Um, these can be, something small like, hey, today I want to make 3 trades and stop myself and not overtrade. Or it can be something bigger like, I want to pass my eval for, Apex or ETF or whatever prop firm you're using or anything like that. You have a suspense, whether that's, the time frame, that's your time frame that you want to use. All right, your internal motivation. These are some common values. Select about 5 of them that great influence how you live your life and the choices you make on a daily basis. All right. They have all these different things on here, and then they've got a couple other slots. So you can fill in what motivates what what motivates you the most. All right. And then once you have those values checked, you're going to write 1 to 2 sentences describing how each value will help you achieve your goal. All right. That's pretty cut, dry, and forward. Step 2, know where you are, or know where you are right now. All right. Now, it says with your partner, a lot of this is based on, you know, helping, setting up goals and working towards them with a family member or a coworker or something like that. So you don't have to have a partner. It's can be individual. All right. Identify benefits and obstacles that will influence the achievement of your goal. All right. So for me personally, my biggest um, obstacles are going to be mental because when doing a prop account, you have the financial means. We all have the knowledge of how to trade. I mean, honestly, a monkey can trade the stock market and trade it successfully. Anyone can really do it. The problem that we all have is the mental aspect of it. And it's the people that can gain control of their emotions and their mental side that are successful. I mean, anyone can take some, throw some EMAs on a chart. When the EMAs, do X, Y, and Z, you do A, B, and C. Anyone can do that. But it's once you hit that buy button, what happens? Or once the EMAs do X, Y, and Z, you start doubting or something like that. So mainly my main obstacles are the mental aspect of it. All right, step 3, decide what you need to develop with your partner, and based on the obstacles you identified in step 2, break down your goal into approximately 4 priority areas in order to achieve your goal. All right, steps 4, make a plan for steady improvement. Pick one of your priority areas and create at least 3 to 4 action statements that identify the work you need to do to move towards your goal in this area. and at least 1 to 2 power statements that tell you how you need to think so you stay motivated to complete the action statements to the best of your ability. All right, action statements should be SMART, acronym SMART: specific, measurable, action focused, realistic, and time bound. All right, you don't want to put something down there general and vague. You want it to be measurable so when you hit that goal. Realistic, you don't want to put down something that's unrealistic and you can't achieve, because that's just going to be counterproductive. And then time bound, you have to put a deadline on it, or else you're just going to drag it out, and then you're going to be unsuccessful with it. All right, power statements should be purposeful, productive, and possibility. All right, so you've got this area down here. I cut it to fit on the slide, but on the worksheet that I'm working on making, there's more area for you to write it down. All right, step 5, pursue regular action. Prepare for putting your goal plan into action. All right, action statement to complete in the next 24 hours, power statement that will motivate me to complete the action statement, strategy or system to ensure that you implement your SMART actions regularly, and how and will I check on my strategy system to ensure I complete my SMART actions. Number 6, commit yourself completely. Develop a strategy for maintaining your motivation to achieve your goal. All right, you can't be half-assing it. You got to whole-ass it. All right. Develop a strategy. All right. Strategy to stage my surroundings to automatically trigger pursuit of my goal. Share my goal with who will keep me accountable, energized, and on track. This is something that you can find within the Moneyline community. A lot of this are things you can find in the Moneyline community. I'm not going to name names, but there are some people that I have held accountable. We've talked in the DMs and everything like that, and I've helped them through keeping them accountable in what they've wanted to do and everything like that. And there's been a couple of people that I've leaned on who, Max is a great example of this. He's kept a couple of people straight in the chat, not even in the DMs. He'll call them out straight up in the chat for being stupid and doing stupid things. All right, step 7, continually monitor your progress. Plan for checking in on your progress towards your goal. How often you will check in. First check-in date. I like to check in daily on my goals. Just look at it every day before. Sometimes I'll do it twice a day, before and after market. And then when you face an unexpected obstacle, then you'll leverage your value, and you'll use those action and power statements. All right, so the key principles of goals is goals enhance performance. Goal setting can produce motivation, direct attention, increase effort and persistence, and promote new strategies. Motivation matters. You have to find your motivation in why you're doing all of this. You are more likely to achieve goals when the motivation comes from within you and is tied to your personal values. If you're just out here, you really don't have any true motivation that is tied into your personal values, you're more likely to just say, I can do that later, or it's not that big of a deal. All right, self regulation is the primary target of goal setting. That goes back to the core competencies of the resiliency. Um, Self regulation is one of the things we're working on here in the goal setting principle. All right. What is the skill? Goal setting is a process to deliberately energize, direct, and sustain behavior to ensure progress. When would you use it? Use goal setting when you want to take ownership for ensuring progress toward a desired outcome. And then how you use it, you execute the 7 steps in goal setting process, define your goal, know where you are right now, decide what you need to develop, make a plan for steady improvement, pursue regular action, commit yourself completely, and continually monitor your progress. Goal setting builds motivation and provides purpose and direction. An effective goal plan helps you to stay focused on what work you need to do, develop what attitudes you need to be successful, and sustain motivation until you have achieved your goal. All right, that is my first class on resiliency. Do we have any questions? You can go ahead, unmute, and ask the questions or post them in the chat. Not a problem, Don. Once again, it's just a short little thing I threw together. I'm trying to get these worksheets fillable so we can post them and work on them together. And that's the whole goal of this series, is to make a system that we can all use together and that new members can come in and use to try and um, make us better traders. And I mean, honestly, a lot of this stuff applies to your family and your personal life, and it will make you a better person. I mean, before I started this resiliency training and stuff like that, I was kind of a turd ball, and then a lot of this made me look at myself and become self-aware of a lot of things. And then I learned a lot about myself and not only improved myself as a soldier, but as an individual. And now I'm turning this into try and improve us as traders. And maybe if you get something else out of it, that'll be great. All right. Well, if there are no questions, um, I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube portion of this.